A wonderful day, everyone. This is investigative reporting. But before that, allow me to introduce myself. I am Johanna Baguio, a first year Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Science. Alright, so we have here two objects, and specifically, we are gonna do some research about it. What are its behind and beyond that object? Okay, so we have here a MyGel ball pen and a HBW correction tape. So the reason why I chose these objects is because I really love MyGel ball pens and I really don't want to use any ball pens unless if it is a MyGel. Moreover, these two objects are the only accessible objects in my bag, so I bring it everywhere wherever I go, either in school or in some other places. And right now, I am going to show with you my research and discoveries in the two objects I chose. So we are gonna tackle first my discoveries about the Dong-A MyGel ball pen. So the place of origin is in Korea. This is also printed on the ball pen's cover. So the price is 25 pesos on any sari-sari store or any school supplies. But the original price is only 20 pesos from manufacturers and resellers. Its dimension is 18 cm and the width is 25 cm. So we basically know what is the purpose of a ball pen, and that is to make a device that can disperse a thick, quickly drying ink. So it is invented for writing on papers, specifically on an that can be able to dry fast when we start to write. So next would be the HBW correction tape, which is originated on our very own country, the Philippines, specifically in Manila. It is a type of shop that complies the needs of one student. So this is a school supply shop. The price takes up to 35 pesos on sari-sari store and other shop of school supplies, while the original price is only 22 pesos on manufacturers and resellers. So imagine the profit the primary consumer have when they sell it to the secondary consumer. They're gonna have a total of 13 pesos income just for selling a correction tape. This is why reselling a goods or a product is a great advantage on earning money. So next is the dimension that has 12 times 5 times 17 cm, giving also the length at 5 mm and width that has 6 meters. So the purpose of a correction tape is simply to erase mistakes on your paper. Now that we are able to identify deeper the objects that I have, let us answer these guide questions and ponder how does identifying these objects could help us gain knowledge about the movement of industrialization. So the first question asks about what do we know about each of the countries or regions where these objects were made. So for me, the origin of the objects I chose is from Korea and from the Philippines. And based from my observation, the Philippines is on the center of globalization since we experience tradings nationally and internationally, which is why we have Dong-A MyGel ball pens that are from Korea. We accept made in Korea since they have fine products and goods. Moreover, I can assess that it is also because of lack of country needs and resources. For example, Koreans don't have bananas and other tropical fruits and wants to buy here in the Philippines. This is also called globalization since we are connecting internationally by means of trading needs. And of course, in the Philippines, it is obvious that we sell goods and products to our very own Filipinos. We have e-commerce and Philippine store that is a part of localization, wherein the Korean made we have discussed earlier is a form of industrialization. Next question is, for those not made in the Philippines, why do you think these objects were made overseas? So from the objects I chose, the only overseas object is the MyGel ball pen, which is from Korea. And I think the reason it is made overseas is probably other country may not be able to done or fulfill that kind of ball pen. There is a difference of resources, lack of skills, and no resources at all due to country differences. There is a limitation on every country, that is why we need new products, new resources, and new goods through globalization. Next, who profits from these objects being made in another country but sold here? So the question shows an adverse development of globalization. So it shows that only the manufacturer and the primary consumer itself has the most profit from the products. It is understandable that the manufacturer gains profit as they are the one who made the product. Moreover, the primary consumer who buys in the manufacturer gains an advantage to add the original price. This is why we see increased products as the result of inflation. Another example for this is the scarcity of products from the manufacturer, which is primarily consumer are willing to pay double, resulting the price is doubled too when it will be sold. Who suffers or is exploited? The one who suffers from the inflation are the secondary consumer or us, and also the vulnerable country. The one who buys the product from the market and sari-sari store are the ones who suffer the most. As what I have said earlier, the more the primary consumer accepts the inflation, the more it will affect to us. Last and final question. Why do you think our economy is set up in this way? Our economy is set up in this way because people think there is room for improvement. People exchange additional things and services for money, the portable representation of their productive worth. Moreover, the reason why it is practiced in our economy is that it limits manufacturing. The manufacturers offers lower prices, which is a bigger advantage to those consumers. People also misconcept government holding higher rate inflation on goods, wherein it is the large corporation and big financial institutions. Moreover, it fosters competition among nations in many markets, increasing production and efficiency globally, promoting the growth of developing country by enabling them to import capital goods, either it is machinery and industrial raw materials. And that is all for understanding globalization. Thank you all for watching, and once again, this is Johanna Baguio from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Science. Goodbye!